Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss about Hoffman elimination or anti-Sedgwick rule. What is meant by Hoffman elimination or anti-Sedgwick rule? Sedgwick rule, we know that internal alkenes or highly substituted alkenes are more stable, right? It is anti-Sedgwick rule or Hoffman rule. What does this mean by the terminal alkenes are going to be more stable? Terminal alkenes are going to be more stable. There are certain conditions in which we can see the Hoffman elimination. Okay, going to be the more major one over here, right? Now let us see the first condition with weak eliminating group in presence of bulky base and in presence of bulky eliminating group. In these three conditions, we will be getting Hoffman product is the major one. Okay, let us see with the example. Let us see the first one over there. Let us see the first one. What is this one? With weak base, right? Sorry, with weak eliminating group. Okay, with weak eliminating group. Okay, let me take some of the groups over there. Fluoride, chloride, bromide, and iodide. We have four groups over here, right? Out of these four, which is going to be the good leaving group over there? We know that weak base is going to be the good leaving group. Since iodine is a good like weak base over there, that's what the order is going to be something like this, right? Yeah. What is this one? This is weakest eliminating group over there. Weak eliminating group. Okay. With weak eliminating group, what happens? Terminal alkenes are going to be the major products over there. Okay, now simply I'll tell you we have many other reasons over there with weak eliminating group, weak eliminating group, with weak eliminating group, and second one is primary carbon ions are more stable. Means if terminal carbon hydrogens are going to be eliminated over there and the terminal carbon gets carbon ion, right? The carbon ion is going to be more stable comparatively. And not only that, we can also say with E2 mechanism base will abstract the proton from the lesser substituted places similar to the SN2 reaction which we have discussed, and fluorine is more electronegative atom. Okay, these are all we have to consider when we think of Hoffman elimination reaction with respect to weak eliminating group over there. Okay, let me take one of the reactions over here. Okay, let me take 2-fluorobutene over there. For the dehydrohalogenation, we'll be using alcoholic KOH or alcoholic NaOH. What happens is that this base may abstract the proton from this terminal position or here also, right? Okay. In E2 mechanism, what happens? It's a transition state only takes place. There is no intermediate formation, right? What happens is that it approaches from the less substitution or where the like it can easily get the proton over there, right? So it can get the protons over there and elimination of halide takes place and generation of terminal alkene takes place. Okay, not only this, if you take any other examples also with fluorine, generally we will be getting terminal alkenes over there. Fluorine, right? Now when the Hoffman elimination takes place, what happens? We will get not the internal one but the terminal elimination. Okay, this is how the reaction takes place. Let us see the second condition. What is the second condition over there? In presence of bulky base, in presence of bulky base over here, let me take an halo alkane over there. Let us take two kinds of bases over here, alcoholic KOH and what is this tertiary potassium tertiary butoxide over there. Okay, it is relatively what bulky base over there, bulky base, right? Now with small base, what is going to happen is that we will expect the Sedgwick product over here. Internal alkenes are more stable, right? With bulky base, what happens? It abstracts the proton from the terminal position, not from the internal one. That's what we'll get is that we'll get the terminal alkene, right? This is Hoffman elimination product over there. That's what the bulky base favors what? Terminal elimination. Okay, or what we call Hoffman elimination. Okay, Let us see the third one over here. What is the third one over there? In the presence of bulky eliminating group. Bulky eliminating group. Okay, let me take an example over here. Now if you compare two eliminating groups over there, right, let me take NH3 plus is there, something like ammonium type cation is there, which is bulkier one comparatively. This one is bulkier one, right? In such conditions, right, we will expect what? Half-man elimination. Let me take the examples over here. Okay, we have NH2. Okay, in the presence of what? Alkyl halide, what happens? Rx. What happens is that hydrogen will be substituted over there. What happens? NH R will be formed over here. NHR will be formed. Again with Rx, what happens? Again hydrogen will be substituted. What is this? R, and what do we have? We have lone pairs over there, right? Again with 1 mole of alkyl halide, what happens? Again it forms bond with the nitrogen, kind of coordinate covalent bond, right? Positive charge. Here what happens? Now in the presence of base and temperature at high temperature, what happens? Elimination takes place. Now what is this group right now? This group is not a small eliminating group, right? It's a bulky eliminating group. That's what happens? We'll get half-man elimination product over there. This one. Okay, this is how the reaction generally takes place actually. Okay, let me write the another product also. Let me take another one. Okay, let me take another one. With 1 mole of alkyl halide, what happens? Positive charge, right? Here what is going to happen right now? Elimination of this group takes place in the presence of base, right? What is this? AgOH, and in the presence of some high temperatures over there. What happens? We have two hydrogens, right? We have hydrogens over here, and also we have hydrogens over there. This is going to be the terminal one, a half-man one. That's what elimination takes place from this part, something like this. Then what we'll get? We'll get half-man product, something like this. Okay, this is how the reaction takes place with what is this? Weak eliminating group, and in presence of bulky eliminating groups, and what is this? In presence of bulky bases over there. Okay, these are the conditions which favors the half-man elimination. Thank you for watching.